Yo, it's Josh, and right now you locked in with the Success Game Podcast. One thing for certain, two things for sure. We're going to give you some game that's going to help you grow. Watch this.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Josh, and we got another episode of the Success Game Podcast coming to you live from our Hurricane studio. And today, man, we went and found a legend, a living legend, right here from the 304. And it's a she. She is not no man you thinking about, no Randy Moss or none of that. It's not even in sports. We talking about the Leah Messer. You hear me? She came down to give us a little bit of it, that MTV talk and all that good stuff. And we also got our manager here, Nicole Stegall. Another, another big time lady in the city. Just really trying to get something to give to the young women too. We've been doing a lot of stuff for the sports and the guys, but this time we wanted to take a different gear, and especially just blessed to have Leah and Nicole here. So without any further ado, Leah Messer, guys.
Hey guys, thank you for having me.
You already know. Thank you for coming. So I wanted to start off actually with you, Nicole. Just wanted to know, off the top, what's it like managing Leah? What's this ride been like for you, and how long have you been managing Leah?
I would say I've been managing Leah for a little over 6 months now.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's really the first like management job that I've had. So it comes with a lot. I think the fact that I care about her as a sister or a friend really helps, because it's not really a job to me. It's more so like, I'm doing this because I want to see you win.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. And so through managing her, talk about what types of things you've been a part of that you may not have been a part of just by managing.
Well, recently she did the Teen Vogue thing, and not the producer, but what would you say?
Reporter?
The reporter.
Mm-hmm.
The reporter had reached out to me on Instagram, and she was saying, she wanted to do an interview with Leah, and I had no idea who she was at first.
Yeah.
I was like, I have no idea who this lady is messaging me.
Right.
She wants to do an interview, and I'm like, honestly, I didn't even understand like how big the Vogue magazine was.
Right.
So I'm just kind of like okay, yeah, we'll get it together.
Definitely big, definitely huge, yeah.
But so like I got to meet a lot of people from LA, New York, people that's in that industry, and I went with her to her interview, and it was an all day thing. Yeah. So she did the interview and the photo shoots and stuff like that, and of course I see like all the behind the scenes MTV things, how that works.
Yeah.
So from the outside looking in, people just watch it on TV and they see it as a show. Most people think that it's scripted. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's scripted. Like they tell her what to do, so when you're behind it and you actually see like how it's made and then how it looks when it's put together, not everybody gets to see how that works.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up. And if you don't mind me asking, this is the last thing, but how did you get into it? What made you say, you know what, let me get this, kick the tires on this?
So Leah and I have known each other for years. We've known each other since middle school. Okay. So we really just came back like full circle, I would say, like 2 years ago, close to 2 years ago. And she's had managers. She's went through managers. She's went through different people, and I think it in any business role, like you have to be able to mesh together for anything to work.
Exactly.
So I'm not saying they were bad people or they did anything wrong, but I think that me and her, tackling business going forward was just a better fit. We're both eye to eye. We're both here with each other all the time. So I know where she's headed and vice versa.
Right. Y'all in sync. The synergy's there. Sure. Yeah. That's a huge thing, especially when you're working with somebody as closely as y'all are. The synergy's got to be right, because if y'all not on the same page, that's instant, tension every day, and you really don't want that. But like I say, the reason I wanted to get that in first, because like I always say a lot of times on this show, we got to figure out our roles and play it. That's all it is. Figure out our roles and play it. Because Nicole is beautiful too and marketable too. She could easily be trying to be a teen mom or not, that ship is sailed. But you could easily be trying to be in the spotlight too. Yeah. But you just play your role. And I don't want people to think that that's, to there's no shame in not being the main. You know what I mean?
Right,
we all got a
right.
part to play in life,
Yeah.
and when people do it, everything works harmoniously and for the better. You know?
Yeah, and then like when Leah and I came around and started doing business together, like I was never like pressed to be in front of the camera. It was kind of just like, hey, like you want to come film? I'm like, sure, why not?
Exactly.
So like I still do here and there, but it's like
right.
it's whatever.
Most of the time it's producers that will reach out. Hey, will you film?
Yeah, they're texting me like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow at? And I'm like, nothing.
Right. Good for TV though. You hear me?
Yeah.
So now we'll get to you, Leah. I just wanted to first start off and you tell people a little bit about where you're from and everything, because you've been under a rock if you don't know who this woman is. But for those who don't know, where are you originally from?
I am from Charleston, West Virginia.
Charleston, West Virginia. Okay, 304. Yeah, Chuck City. And so what's it like being, what's this city? What is West Virginia? If you had to give it to somebody, not to sell them to it, not to discourage them from coming, but what would you just say in your honest opinion? What's West Virginia to you, or what's Charleston specifically?
I think there's a lot of adventure here, a lot of nature. I think it's beautiful here in West Virginia. And the people, here, like we're solid.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll go on from there. What was it like when? How did you, first and foremost, how did you even get in with MTV people?
Oh my gosh, I was 17.
17.
Oh yeah, my mom signed me up for the show. I did not believe that it was gonna happen.
Right.
I tell the story exactly that way. I was getting my nails done.
Yeah.
And it was actually Christina's mom. I think that was
Really?
that was doing my nails, and they called me and was like, "You've been chosen to be on 16 and Pregnant."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No way!" I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a scam. I'm like, "You guys really calling me, telling me that I'm gonna be on the show?" And I went from there.
Right.
The first, it was 16 and Pregnant. Mm-hmm. That was the first show, and then it spun into Teen Mom.
Right. And when you like you say, your mom was the one who originally got you in it. What was her thoughts? Was she thinking it would just be something good to put you in, or was it like, shoot, let's get paid, or was it more so she wanted you to, you know what I mean, chase your dreams?
I think she was definitely like, let's get paid.
Yeah. And hey, listen, that's cool. Because like I tell my young boy at home, as far as this football stuff, we do stuff, and all parents aren't in it for the right thing, of course. Mm-hmm. But when I tell him and I'm training him and stuff like that, I let him know that we're doing this because this is what's gonna make you money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got the body and the physique for this. You're already built for this. So I would be, you know what I mean? I would be wrong if I didn't put all my money, time, and effort into making you this. You know what I mean? And I know it might not necessarily work for you like that, but blessings in disguise all the time, Leah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blessings in disguise. Mm-hmm. Somebody going to do something for the wrong things and it work out for the right reasons.
It did. I don't think anyone expected the show to be what it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it took you. Like I say, that's what I want people. That's why I got you here today, because I want people to realize you were trailblazing early, and it wasn't even necessarily for the right things, because we're from an era nowadays, you can have kids at 13, 14, and I don't think it's that weird, that far off, you know what I mean? But in that specific era you came up in, your parents are going to tell you, oh, that girl that age and she pregnant, she fast, or she's you know what I mean? That's the type of, our era from, I would say late 80s to the, late 90s or whatever. That 10-year span, all of us thought it was not shameful to be pregnant, but everybody's mouth dropped. Nowadays, it's kind of like, you see a lot of kids with their grandparents now, and I guess they're taking the responsibility because they didn't raise the daughters to full, you know what I mean, to the full extent, and now they don't know how to be a woman and be a mother for themselves.
In my family, like, it was not like...
My mom had me when she was 15.
Yeah,
For real?
my mom was 16.
So it wasn't that you know what I mean? They didn't look at y'all crazy, really.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, when I had my son, I was 21. But when my mom had me at 15, I mean, she didn't know who she was yet.
Right.
She was only 15. She was still learning who she was. And, she wasn't married to my dad. I mean, my dad was off the chain. You know what I'm saying? So, like, she didn't know how to raise a kid.
Yeah.
So she had to learn.
That's real stuff. Well, I say it like this, too. I've been saying it. just for you to be in TV 10 to 11 years, or no, I'm sorry, this is about 14 right?
Yeah.
But like
That's
filming
crazy.
hardcore, it was like 10, 11, right?
14.
14.
Yeah.
Because only reason I say 10, 11, because I know there was like certain breaks when you go to OG or.
Teen Mom 2 never had never had a break.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's been like straight.
14
been
straight.
straight, yeah.
14 straight. You hear me? So I want a lot of people to recognize that because there's not a lot of late night shows. There's not a lot of TV sitcoms that make it 14 years.
No,
14 years.
Consecutively.
You know what I mean? That's wild. 14 years. And I don't even think you really understand that because you did it from such a young age. But I mean,
it's just been like natural.
It's
Right.
been, yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
that's life.
Yeah.
So.
But that's undone. You know what I mean? And I want people to understand, they can paint you however they want to, Leah. Josh see the success in your story. You know what I mean? Easily. I don't subscribe to all that stuff where they make you anything less than you are, which is a strong, a strong, intelligent, beautiful woman. You know what I mean? And when they, for sure. But when they, when you see certain stuff in the tabloids and stuff, and we talked about it earlier, they'll try to make you out to be messy or whatever. But I promise you don't make it 14 years in TV if you ain't somebody and you ain't of some type of knowledge, integrity, stuff like that. It takes a long time or a lot of perseverance to be there for that long a time. You know what I mean? So tell me what do you think was what was the point where you said, I gotta, tighten up and I'm going to make this go as long as I can? Because originally, how long do you think the show was supposed to go, or how long was it supposed to go?
16 and pregnant.
That was
it. Was
it.
Supposed to stop there, and that's when they decided to do Teen Mom and Teen Mom 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I think from the very beginning, my purpose was to make a difference. It was to prevent other girls from going through that same thing and be able to explore what they love, get their an education, and that's been my drive from the beginning.
Right. And so when you started doing Teen Mom and all this stuff, was it a culture shock to you? Where was you? You know what I mean? Was it like you going to new places and you like, dang, I don't even know if I want to do all this anymore. Like it's getting to be a bit much sometimes. Was there, what was the ups and downs of it?
Yes, just airing for millions of people across. I mean, it aired in the UK, in the US, and the viewers that we were bringing in at that time, and even still, it was a lot. It was a lot. And you got to think, social media was just popping off when the show took off. So social media, what we have, MySpace, and then it went into Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that was taken off at the same time that the show was taken off. So that was even new to me. That era was like, wait, what? All these people are they're in my life. You know what I mean? And they have strong opinions most of the time. Most of the time.
And that was urging you. You was almost like ready to quit, or you just wanted to, you know what I mean? Like you needed a break from it at first, after you got the first season out the way and stuff, or was there like I'm damn close to quitting right now?
It made it hard.
Yeah.
It made it hard.
And that's cool, yeah.
I was like, these people really don't know me. And they're judging they're picking out moments that were an hour-long scene that was cut down into a minute.
Yeah.
And based on whatever opinions. And I think, I don't know, I had to get some thick skin. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I had to get stronger with that because I think that it was difficult. I think it was difficult at times. But for me, being able to interact with my fan base and young girls, that was what kept me going.
Yeah. And so I want to say this too. You got to realize, like I said, they'll paint the picture about you however they want. But when you stay down how you do, that just shows that there's real work ethic. This is not just somebody trying to be pretty or, you know what I mean? And another thing about you, I hope nobody, at this point, the hate don't matter. You know what I mean? We too far in the lead for the hate to matter. But like I say, in the latest Vogue or whatever, the Teen Vogue article, and then just various episodes, they've always tried to make it seem, like it was a struggle or something, and which could have been. But my thing is, I want people to know before they hate on her, she spent her time in the dark or going through bad things to get this type of sunshine. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like she say, stay down till you come up. You know what I mean? But she went through more than enough, you know, and I hope everybody in the state of West Virginia for sure, you know, celebrate you because people oftentimes they'll get mad just because they don't understand how you know what I mean? There's this dude that was on Drink Champs and he said the new talent is having no talent. You know what I mean? And people, I think, a lot of times will confuse what you do just because you're not a musical, musically inclined or an actor or whatever. Being herself that's a talent. You hear me? Obviously, you see MTV keep putting her back in the same positions. There's talent in everything. You know what I mean? It's just how, and genius in everything too. It's just how you handle it and how you conduct yourself, and anything can turn serious. But yeah, and so what is it behind the scenes for you, like day to day? What is it behind the scenes? What do people maybe, like I say, they don't know the dark necessarily, but what's just the little small uphill battles you might face of a day that it's like, you know, it's good problems to have anymore. What do you on a day to day basis?
With filming, or just in life?
In life, behind the scenes. Like I said, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
So
what is her life like? Not on camera,
basically, and you know what I mean. Like, what are you doing outside that you think, you know, it always feeds in? You keep getting to be Leah because you do what at home, you know, or outside.
I stay true to who I am.
Yeah.
So what you see on TV is that's me.
That's what you get.
Yeah, I'm like that even when we're filming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't get paid for being themselves. I want to let y'all know that so bad right now. Like this is dope that, you know, you even got this far just from being yourself, and not necessarily just being yourself, but even allowing people to watch you go through growing pains, because there was a lot of stuff on there that, Leah, honestly, sometimes you ain't want folks all in your business. You know what I mean? Like, dang, man, I wish this damn episode wouldn't have to be, you know, I wish it didn't have to come out, because this wasn't what I wanted to do.
You know, like with us, like, I'm sure we've all been through something that maybe we didn't want people to know about. Yeah. You know, when you're in the media's eye like that, like, too bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even the people that you see judging or making comments on Instagram or Facebook, like, you can't tell me that these people haven't faced some type of adversity or struggles in their life. It's just not magnified like hers is. Exactly. So
yeah, and that's another thing, like you said, the magnifying glass is on you, so that's, you know what I mean. And what was it like? What do you think for the kids it was like? What have you seen them turn into, you know, everything you thought they would be, or is there sometimes remorse and you're like, if I would have did this a different way, I'd this, or don't change none of it?
I don't think.
Don't change none of it.
I don't think I would change any of
you
it.
Ain't got to.
They love filming. My kids love filming.
For real.
I think there's been times that, again, things have been cut, edited down, and they feel like maybe that it hasn't been portrayed in the best.
The right way.
According to who they are. So they do look back and we talk about those things, but overall, they're like, they love it. I mean, you see us filming. Right. They love it.
Yeah.
And it's really just like, it's really just natural. I mean, that's what they've been doing since they were born. Yeah. So, you know, that's their job.
Yeah.
That's all of their job. Yeah.
And it just dawned on me, you know, we was talking earlier, we won't say nothing about that, but I'm talking about as far as, you know, further endeavors. But I don't want to say spinoff, but ain't that basically almost the only thing left, them to do a spinoff with the kids?
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
The kids are 13.
They 13, you know what I mean? They done grew up in front of America's eyes, and that's just, you know, a little bit of that TSG marketing mind. I mean, so you know,
I like the way you say it.
I like it.
You hear me? Make sure Mama get the, you know, some off the back end too. I had her, didn't I? You know, I introduced you to her. But yeah,
I signed you up, Leah.
Yeah. Exactly. You know it.
I'm gonna take care of my mom.
Yeah. So, what would you give to the young girls around here? Because a lot of times, Leah, and I see both of you too, we don't do ages on TSG, guys. Just a note for the young boys watching: we don't ask no women they ages, but we'll just say, as you guys age gracefully, how big of how much pride do you take in keeping your value high? As far as relationship value, as far as your revenue, your income, what certain things would y'all get to the young girls and tell them, like, make sure you're doing this and make sure they don't see that, or, you know, what would you tell them as far as, because right now y'all y'all as marketable as y'all ever been. You know what I mean? Y'all still going up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
still
You see what I'm saying? So just give them a little insight into that, because I feel like a lot of these young girls, especially in this OnlyFans area, I'm like, because you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. And it's not a bad thing, but I say, young woman, one day you're going to be like, I just want to be on MTV, or I just want to be a manager anymore. And there might be somebody trying to troll or whatever and come out of the woodwork. Well, what was this? You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. If that's going to be your living, that's your living. But know what come with that. You know what I mean? You don't just get to come out of that. Like I say, Black China, you see people like Black China coming, having her come into Jesus moment. And now she's turning her life over to the Lord and stuff. But people ain't going to forget none of that. You know what I mean? They're not forgetting none of that went on and all them, the last 10, 15 years. So, but just both of y'all give me a little bit on how y'all keeping the value high?
I mean, I would like with young girls, it's like your self-worth, like knowing your self-worth. And in this era with social media, I think it takes a toll on our youth's mental health.
For sure.
So building a strong foundation.
That's a great point.
The social media, even the music that we let our kids listen to. I mean, they're talking about,
everything.
So it's like your kids are singing it, and I don't even know if they really know what they're singing. You know what I'm saying? But it's still going into their brain, and it's still sitting in the back of their mind. So it's like, when I grew up, I'm not old, but I'm saying like, if you even compare the music then to now, like it might have been a little freaky, but like,
Missy Elliott.
It wasn't raunchy.
Right, exactly.
So it's like, I think, for the young girls especially, like, you don't have to grow up yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to grow up to get that boy, in your class's attention. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be plenty of them.
Right.
And I know when you're young, like, you're not thinking of that. You're thinking like, oh, I want this boy to like me, or whatever.
Right.
But there's so much more like ahead of them from there. So I don't, and like Leah said, like, it's hard because of what's put in front of them now. I mean, the commercials on TV, I mean, the music, the stuff on social media, like, they're looking up to these women that they're really not setting a great example for our youth.
Yeah. Huh? That's okay. So, and then I was just thinking about
Or that you got to be perfect. Like, I think you look at social media and everything's perfect or glamorized, and that's the expectation that they're looking up to. Like,
we have like 30,000 Kim Kardashians walking around. You know what I'm saying? Like no shade.
Right.
Kim is beautiful, but like, you don't have to look like Kim to be
beautiful or loved. Yeah.
Stop thinking it's a mold to be in. You like you say. I'm telling y'all, I've been saying it, reiterating. She turned herself up. She done made substantial amounts of money being herself.
Yeah.
You can't stress that enough. Somebody gonna love it. Somebody gonna like it. You know.
And even though, like, I admire Leah because I think about my mom in a sense too. Like, they both had kids really young, but like, look where they came since then. Like, they may look back like, damn, like, I shouldn't have been doing this, or I shouldn't have had a kid this young, but they didn't stay in that place. You know, like, they found ways to grow out of it.
Yeah.
So
that's what's up. Yeah. What y'all say to them, to the because like I say, nowadays there's a lot of girls with a clean slate. Life good, you know what I mean? Life is good for them, and they still make these decisions. What do y'all say to them people who may be growing up rough, and not that it's a choice for them, but it's like that's not even. I don't want to make it like the money.
Rough? Like,
in and out parents or whatever, or early sexual abuse, stuff like that. That stuff shakes people for lifetimes.
For sure.
Yeah,
lifetimes. You know what I mean? And you go ahead.
I know everyone's different, but you just have to know that, you don't have to stay stuck in that. You know, like, you see people, young women committing suicide because their boyfriends are cheating on them or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's light after that. Like, it doesn't stop there. And you don't see it when you're in that moment, because you may be dealing with your dad not home, or your mom not home, you're poor, like, you don't have the clothes that you'd like to wear to school, stuff like that. But like,
you just keep going.
You
keep going.
Yeah,
you find a way.
Literally.
Don't fall like victim to those circumstances. Allow it to grow you. Learn from it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people from the outside looking in, like, they don't know like where I came from. They don't know where Leah came from. Like, do they think that we both had our mom and dad, you know, like were they married and we lived this great family?
All-American dream. Yeah.
Like you don't know what people's going through.
Right.
Or what they've been through.
Exactly.
Which is why I shared my story, which is why I wrote my memoir. It was because I wanted to be relatable. I wanted to bring
you
that.
You can find Leah's book on Amazon.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, but I really wanted to show that real, raw version of who I was. I felt like everyone knew me from 17, but didn't understand anything about really where I came from. But you know what I mean? That propelled me to make the decisions I did as a young adult. Do we need that example? No, but I think everyone has a story, and I think that it deserves to be told. And I think even with Cole's story, and I think it makes a difference. And that's what I'm passionate about, and that's what I'll keep doing.
Oh, bless your heart, yeah. And
Sure.
And listen, and what's crazy though is here, Leah. I was reading that Vogue, and they was pulling so many skeletons out the closet and stuff. But why I say that I'm glad that I seen that and then got to hear, because one thing I thought about Leah, I say, listen, if y'all think Leah's story is messed up, you got to go put a microphone on a lot of these kids around here because it gets bad in West Virginia. You know what I mean? This is why I'm bringing people like, Leah here to show that, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. How hard you going to go to get it? What are you willing to do to go get it? You know what I mean? But there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you ain't never got to let no darkness consume you or, keep you in some place that you don't want to be. You know what I mean? Because, go ahead. I was about to say, y'all about to say something?
No, I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing.
Yeah. I was about to say though,
like if option A doesn't work out, option A is not always gonna work out. You know, you gotta have option B and option C. So like, if that doesn't work out for you, don't stop. Like, you gotta figure out what are you gonna do next. Because something's gonna work. Yeah. It might just not work when you think it's gonna work. You know. But it'll happen if you keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. And this place, like I say, it's riddled with drugs. Yeah. Now, I'll give y'all my outlook on it. First and foremost, Josh from TSG does not endorse any young people using any type of form of drugs. Don't even vape. You hear me? It'll kill you. You hear me? But I'll say it like this. Here, I almost want to be more realistic with the kids, and we'll get to the plan after you try your first drug, because it's between the boringness, the depression sometimes, stuff like that draws a lot of kids here just to do anything. They don't even give a damn, you know what I mean? Not even that drug was enticing. It was just we was bored. We was bored. Mom's pills was sitting there, or that, you know what I mean?
That's
it don't
scary.
Even,
and if I catch my son, I'm gonna whoop his ass.
But no.
Put that out there, Isaiah. If I ever see you.
But no. And I'm not saying necessarily in these situations, but you can go in certain parts of Huntington and Charleston.
It's bad.
You know what I mean? And you'll see young people like, dang, you just a baby for real. You know what I mean? But
you see kids in youth football leagues smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Yeah. It's real. That's why I come to, like you say, youth football. That's why I usually, like I said, I do a lot of sports stuff, but I'm diverse. We can do anything. But with that sports stuff, I feel it's really big to big these kids up and show them the right light in the right way. You know what I mean? Because it's too many dudes that got more support on the block. Their OGs giving them money, you know what I mean? Letting them drink, letting them smoke, and it feels loving. You don't know that that's, bringing down your level of life slowly but surely. Yeah. But it's
and
love.
even the guys on the block that's giving them money or whatever, maybe that's how they think they're supposed to show their love.
They don't know no
they
better.
wasn't taught better. So
it's a cycle.
It's a cycle. It's a pattern. So that's how they're showing their love to the little boys or girls on the street, and it's. Until somebody's got to
put an end to it. Yeah. Essentially, somebody got to end it.
Yeah, but even with my son, he's 9, but we talk about a lot. So I don't know. I told him, we don't ever belittle anyone. Yeah. But if we're driving down the street and I see someone nodding out on the sidewalk, I'm like, look.
Yeah.
You know why they're doing that?
Exactly.
That's where it'll get you one time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And people don't understand. You really have to let your pride down to be nodding in public. We see this too much down here. It's too often. It is. You just go on a certain street.
It's normal now.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, it's too. And like I say, the kids are going numb to it. it doesn't seem like a danger because it's always been there. Billy from from the corner store that gets, he does whatever. He's always at the corner store every day. You know what I mean? They don't know how he keep getting back because he ain't got no money from buying all his, his stuff or whatever. And then, how you keep getting, somebody ain't poisoned you or something. That's another thing they don't know about. A lot of these dudes is poisoning this stuff now. It ain't even safe to do drugs no more. They been saying it ain't safe to do crime anymore because everybody telling and all that. But the drugs ain't even safe no more. I don't even think people are doing it, because they used to use a expression to stretch the pack. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I don't even think people are doing it for that anymore. It's just off. For giggles, like let's see how bugged out we can get.
People are crooked. They're not right.
I'm trying to tell you, but this place sometimes it'll make you do that, man.
But do you think it's this place, or do you think it's all around the world?
I think it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. But what I want to, like I say, because I've seen stuff like this. I gotta tell y'all, from Ohio, I've seen stuff like this. I've never seen drug use like this, and I've been plenty of places. I've been to Washington D.C. where they have whole old abandoned school buildings. It's a tent palace, like all the way back. Huh? Oh yeah. Come on. Damn, yeah. But
he just had to let you
know. Yeah. But I'm saying, look at our numbers. The thing about it is, in West Virginia's population, this is not, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. If you put it like that, of course, big cities got it everywhere, but most places you can go look, there is really no safe havens from this stuff. But I mean, we about to come off this, but I just wanted these kids to realize, like, whenever and you can get off the path though. That's what I was about to originally say. You can do that first drug. If that's what life is pushing you towards.
But if they do that first drug, then sometimes it's it. That's
right. Yeah. But like I said, I'm to this point now. What has to happen is people got to start knowing what's not and what is for them. You know what I mean? We got to be smart enough. If you can't go to your job, or like I said, this is never to inspire, but only to be realistic, because our youth is suffering. You know what I mean? Yeah. And nobody wants to help them other than, you don't do that drug, or you don't, and then, that's not realistic, because most people will quit when they're ready to quit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not just as quick as you think, but they're gonna quit when they want to quit. But I want to let them know though that whenever you quit, and you get as serious about that, like you was about that over something else, the only way is up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. We talk about it, or you guys you're talking about it, about being in the streets, or pharmaceutical companies, doctors. That's how it started with me. Prescribing it, man. Like that easy.
But yeah, and like you say, them the biggest, and all of our main stuff here. This is the economy ran on coal and pharmaceuticals. Not so much coal anymore. We've kind of eased the way out of that over the years. But pharmaceuticals is booming in West Virginia. Business is booming. And I hate to even say that, because if business is booming, that means we got more and more people dependent on this stuff. We got more and more people abusing, you know what I mean? For sure. All the major buildings, actually, like WVU Stadium is, what is it? After some, I think it's Milam Stadium. That's just a, pharmaceutical company, you know what I mean? And no shade to them or nothing. I'm just saying, like, that shows you how bad, like, everything here is based in pharmaceuticals or coal. Like, that's where the money comes from here. But, and we'll switch gears like this. What's still keeping you in West Virginia, Leah?
My kids.
But they can come with you, right?
They can't come with me. I split 50-50 with their dad.
Oh, okay.
And Alan Lee has a great dad. Yeah. I mean, he's a great dad.
Shouts out. Listen. That's beautiful. Yeah. Baby moms don't really say stuff like that a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's beautiful to hear you say. But yeah, so you say for the kids. Okay. I didn't realize that. And that's great that you know what I mean, that you, because it's still sacrifice. Even when you get to the level you're at, sometimes you got to sacrifice. I'm not saying you sacrifice being here, because you from here, you like it here, you love it here. But still at the same time, famous people now. You could be anywhere you want, honestly. You know what I mean? But you still pick to be here. And I feel like, I can't believe, have you did any podcasts in West Virginia before?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. What was that podcast?
Yeah.
Listen.
It was like a...
Listen, it wasn't TSG.
It
wasn't TSG.
Listen,
you hear me?
If I was her manager, then I know which one it was.
Right.
It wasn't like a.
Don't even worry about bigging them up. You hear it now. You hear me? You hear it now. Don't even worry.
How long ago was that?
I was living at Eagleview.
Really?
Yeah.
was on a real
Don't say your
podcast?
Yeah, it was out of oh my gosh, Morgantown. It was out of Morgantown.
It's cool. This
That's
one gonna be
awful.
numbers,
No, that is.
That's
Was that during your relationship?
No.
or-
Mm-mm.
I was just gonna say though, more people need to use you as an ally. Why are y'all not looking at her like somebody to go to, somebody to talk to, especially when you're on your way up and whatever you're trying to do? There's so many things that, you know, Leah could do and give back to the people here, but she probably has nobody inquiring or saying nothing. You know what I mean? This is the type of place we in. Y'all got to start waking up. The only reason why we here now, because we asked. You know what I mean? We reached out. That's all it take. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say that's all it take, but with that, you know, you're right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We got to start out like that. You know, you got to extend the olive branch, especially when it's for higher knowledge and somewhere to go somewhere you never been. You can't be scared of that conversation. If you are, you're gonna be where you at forever. I promise you. You know what I mean? You always want to get around people with success. One of the best quotes: I always want to be the dumbest person in the room. You know what I mean? Don't put me. If I'm the smartest person in the room, that's you know what I mean.
No,
That's not a good setup. But and so anyway,
I have a lot of hope in West Virginia too.
Yeah.
I think
Leah's not gonna let nobody say nothing bad about West Virginia.
right.
Okay.
Nah, big it up.
I have hope, within the community. I feel like I'm not trying to leave anybody behind.
Right.
And I think West Virginia already gets left behind, you know? So if I can be that voice for maybe someone that's not voiceless or just that's
what you want to do.
what I wanna do,
Exactly. I like you out here saying it. This is what she want to do. Don't feel, I ain't gonna say feel free, but hit her up. You got some legit stuff on the table. Hit her up. You know what I mean? Reach out. And if you can't get her, maybe Nicole, either one. But and even Nicole got some some wisdom to get to y'all too, because she don't make it to where she at just by what I mean. She's never seen anything about, like she say, she just now getting with Leah. Honestly, these last 6 months, this whole year, basically, right? 2023.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're still learning things, but that speaks volumes about you and your willingness to evolve and turn into something else. You know what I mean? I like to use the expression, sometimes when we're down and bad, we're just fish out of water and they'll keep flipping and flopping, but you got to keep flipping and flopping. The second you stop, you know what that means for the fish. You know what I mean? But you flip and flop long enough, you're going to get back in the water. You know what I mean? And when you get back in the water, you can, we can swim however far or whatever. But, even these people who think that there's nothing right now in life for them, just keep flopping, keep flopping. Something happened. And that's not to say you was ever,
No.
life wasn't good before this,
yeah.
but
No,
just,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so I'm trying to think, man.
keep swimming.
Keep swimming, you know what I mean? Just that's all we trying to do. Now, what do you guys do stuff like, meditation, visualization? Do you guys do stuff like that?
Yeah, I do.
Is that important to you?
It is very important to me.
Yeah. And like I say, and y'all both, what?
I don't know.
Hey, y'all, listen, they goofy like
I feel
me.
like I'm reading her mind, and
All
she's
right.
reading
All
mine.
right, all right. Telepathy. Never
Like, yep,
mind. I can't
yep.
even say the word. You know what I mean? But anyway, so are you guys, I actually, are you guys like religious at all or anything? And y'all both are, right? Okay.
Spiritual, yeah.
Spiritual.
Yeah.
And that's what I say, spiritual. So has anybody ever showed y'all who y'all are?
What do you mean?
And it don't take no religion, but has
clairvoyant, or
has
like-
anybody ever showed you who you are, like beyond the skin and the bone? Have you guys ever been tried in that way? Look, y'all not
I'm
making
really
sense.
confused.
Okay,
I'm
so
confused
listen. So
too.
listen.
Okay.
Basically, I'm gonna give y'all
Okay,
this
so
exercise.
are we religious?
You're religious, but I'm only saying that to say if you are, I was gonna give y'all exercise, and this has nothing to do with religion, but it helps people see what really matters at the end of the day. And I feel like that's important for you too, because y'all still going up, like I say. But remember who you are and stay. Cat Williams had an old stand-up stat back in the day, and it was called I think it was something. But anyway, he say stay in tune with your star player at all times, right? So listen, I'm gonna give y'all this exercise. So listen, this Fiji water, right?
Yeah.
And this deals with a little bit of Scientology, but it's not religious at all. But I just want to show y'all what matters at the end of the day so that y'all stay pure. Okay. So y'all see this bottle of water, right? You see it? Fiji.
Fiji.
Okay. So I asked you like this. Close your eyes. Picture this Fiji bottle anywhere you want to.
Like for real?
But yeah, close your eyes and picture it anywhere you want to.
Okay.
Tell me when you got it. Y'all picture wherever y'all want to. If it's in the bathroom, it don't matter. Picture wherever you want to.
Okay.
Y'all see it somewhere else, right?
Yep.
You got it, Leah?
Yeah.
All right, open your eyes. Now, like I said, we said this is Fiji, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't talk. Don't say it out loud. Tell yourself Fiji. Tell me when you did it. Did it? Did it? Okay. So listen, like I say, this is a old exercise, and one of the great teachers that I follow, KRS-One, he does it. But this is the tricky part about that, what I just asked y'all to do. I asked you to close your eyes and see something. Did y'all peep that? How do you see that if your eyes was closed?
Visualized it.
Your mind.
Yeah, I seen it in my mind.
Listen, your mind is your brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your brain is just a part of your body, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what makes your hands come together. That's what the brain is for. The brain makes your hands come together, tells you to eat, tells you to use the restroom, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The brain is only of the body, right? What part of the brain could tell you to see something without your eyes? The brain relies on the eyes to see, right?
Memory?
Not memory. You see what I'm
Can I
saying?
have a hint?
Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all. But listen. And I just asked you to say something, and both of y'all heard it, right?
Uh-huh.
Both of y'all heard it, but you didn't open your mouth. Y'all know all sound is vibrations. So how you hear a sound if you never opened your mouth for your ears to even hear it?
Our mind.
Listen, you would say it's your mind. Your mind is one with the body.
Brain.
When you listen, this is the answer is that's your immortality. That's your soul. That's who you are for real.
Okay.
That's why I don't, like I say, as long as that person stays clean, what heard that, what said that, what seen that stays clean, we go far in life. You know what I mean? But know that everything that it takes to keep that clean, that clean soul, that clean being, is keep living how y'all living. You know what I mean? Keep going up. You know what I mean? Like I say, helping people. This is why I do the stuff that I'm doing now, because I said I don't think if it was all to be over today, I'm satisfied with where I'm at. I did enough in life. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to y'all. But I just give y'all that exercise because some people, and essentially at the end of that, they tell you that's what death is. Everybody
where'd
be
you
scared.
set your bottle of water at though?
In your hand.
Did you? I put mine on top of my car.
She said, "Where'd you sit yours at?" Yo,
Going to drink more water.
But no, facts. And like I say, y'all get that to somebody else. But they use that exercise to say, death is a facade. You know what I mean? That thing can't go away because you didn't take your ears to hear that. You didn't, you know what I mean? That don't go away. Keep that pure and everything. And the only way is up. But yeah, so we ain't gonna take too much more time. It's been a great episode, but I just wanted to give you guys that before you left because I feel like y'all are two, like I said, intelligent, beautiful women, and I just want to make sure that we make more of you. And the only way is passing knowledge, and people understand it better coming from y'all than maybe me or anybody else. You know what I mean?
Because I think that's one big thing though that you pointed out. I think when you're younger, you're not really in tune with you, with yourself. I mean, I'm at a place now where it's like I'm still growing. I'm still not where I want to be, but I know who I am.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a good feeling.
Right. Know what you won't do and know what you will. Yeah, know what you stand for.
Right.
But yeah. And so what's up next, Leah? What we got going on?
We have a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah. Anything you can share, I should say, for them to be looking for.
You can share it.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. She say you got the book on Amazon. What's the name?
Hope, Grace, and Faith.
Hope, Grace, and Faith. Go check that out, man. Go check that out now. I don't even be reading books like that. I'm gonna go check it out for you though.
Thank you. We will be launching a women's empowerment networking brand.
Oh,
it's exciting.
Bomb drop.
Within the next month.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Definitely, y'all let us be a part of that.
For sure.
Anything y'all need from us, man, let us be a part of that. Like I say, people don't realize how important women are, how bad they control the balance of the world. You know what I mean? It's super vital. Y'all are super vital, I should say. And it's super important how women think, because not that men go off women, but like you say, you know, about the young girls, they might be trying to approach the older boy or whatever, and they go, you know, go vice versa. But dudes often go off of women or go for women, do anything behind women. You know what I mean? Especially down here, they ain't playing about nobody. Ain't nobody playing about their woman. You hear me?
I
They
know
not
that's
playing,
right.
man. They not. I promise you that. So it's.
Oh my god.
Y'all gotta chill, but y'all can't be weak. But yeah.
Wow, what do y'all got going on?
I know. I'm like, what is the inside
I'm
scoop on this one?
Nah, listen, it's inside scoop, but nah.
But it's true.
Right. But yeah, definitely. So you got the women's empowerment coming. When you gonna be back? When we gonna see your face again on MTV?
In July, I believe.
How does MTV? Because you know I just seen.
I don't even know when it airs.
Yeah.
I
in
don't
July.
know. Yeah, I
Honestly,
film
I
straight
tune
through.
in,
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
if something important is going to be on there, I'll
Right.
turn it on. But other than that, I'm just let it roll.
They've been on there so long. Y'all know y'all can watch Leah for like 7 days straight if you just go to on-demand MTV.
You can?
You can
Wait,
probably
what?
watch it for like 7 days straight. I'm saying that's how much content you have recorded. It's probably at least a
yeah.
week's worth.
Yeah.
At
More
least.
than that.
Straight though. Straight. People don't understand what is that. 24 hours straight to shoot. 24 times 7.
Ugh.
Over 160 hours at least, huh? Yeah. So when you think about that, man, like, you know, you don't gotta watch it no more. Like I said, that's not to little this show or anything, but it's just, I mean, it's her life. It's her life, so you know. But that's good. So we'll probably see you sometime in July on there. Did anything in the community besides the empowerment stuff you got it coming up?
I mean, we do a lot.
You-
We do
you-
a lot of stuff within the community.
Y'all been messing with that? Y'all been messing with that regatta?
We're gonna.
That's
We're
next
going on a
weekend.
cruise. It is?
Yeah, Multifest. is when we're on a
Multifest. All right.
cruise,
Yeah.
Multifest is what?
Well, we're going on a cruise.
Oh,
We won't
man.
be able to make it.
Dang.
We'll be able to check the regatta out.
All right. And
There's the Fairy Boss Mothers mentoring event and Game Changers event that's happening for kids going back to school.
okay.
That
Okay.
Alicia Lee is hosting.
Say it one more time. What is it?
The Fairy Boss Mothers mentoring event and Game Changers event. So it's the youth. They
Exactly.
get the kids together. They prepare them to get ready to go back to school, and
Right.
they have a lot of resources for the kids at those events that Alicia holds.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all heard it. I think that's somebody I want to get on here too. She's got a good story too. We might have to make that happen next or something. But like I said, I need a strong representation for women, and we couldn't have went no higher or no better first.
It's crazy that you say that though, because you had no idea what we were,
Right.
Up to
getting ready
yeah.
to launch, and it kind of goes hand in hand. So,
You see how God works. You hear me? And listen, everything happened right when it's meant to happen.
Yeah,
that's
for
one
sure.
thing. That's a fact, you know. But yeah, like I said, I ain't gonna hold you ladies too much more longer. Anything you guys want to say? Any messages you want to pass along?
I think just it's very important to motivate our children to do more than what we ever did. Motivate them, tell them how great they are.
Preach.
Yeah.
Tell your daughters how beautiful they are, how smart they are.
Yeah.
Tell your sons how strong they are.
Exactly.
I don't care how young they are. Start talking about their future. What do you
Yeah.
want to be when you grow up? Let them know that there is more options. Sports are great.
Yeah.
All of our kids want to play sports, but
Exactly.
what's your backup plan?
What's your goals?
Yeah, and I think it's important that we start embedding those, those things into our children's minds now.
Early.
Yeah, uplift them, give them that confidence, and that's what at least us as parents can do better. And even if you don't have kids, do
Yeah.
it to your neighbor's kid, your niece, your nephew. Encourage them to do more and be better.
Right. That's all we got at the end of the day. I mean, is to help the people younger than us. We only young for such a little bit amount of our time. It's just a small sample size of our life. If we lived to be 60 or 70, we was only 18 for 18 years of that. You know what I mean? So
And be careful what you're pouring into your children.
Yeah.
Maybe not you, but who your kids are around.
Exactly.
You don't know what they're soaking in.
Yeah.
Be aware of what you're pouring into your kids.
Exactly. Yeah. You, Leah?
Same thing.
What?
Go hit it.
Yeah. For sure. And listen, I want to say definitely big shouts out to both of y'all.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't understand. This is just my 6th episode. Me and my director was talking. Me and my photographer was talking. Shouts out to Brad. We was talking, and we was thinking, we was looking at some of the podcasts on the horizon, which is like I almost said Success Game, which is like Drink Champs, $1 million worth of game, stuff like that. And we noticed they have 700, 800 episodes, right? They got that many episodes. We did this on our 6th. And I'm not famous yet. You know what I mean? Them dudes was famous. They had some sort of fame.
Right.
So when I tell y'all that I appreciate y'all and love y'all so much, man,
Thank you for
I
having
promise you, it's from the bottom of my heart because, like I say, I'm just trying to do anything to save these children out here. I've seen it. Like I say, don't get me wrong. Like you say, it's everywhere. But with my eye, it caught me here. It caught me here a lot. And I seen it first in sports, but then, like I said, when you take a step back and you see just in general, they're being misled, misguided, or just left for dead. You know what I mean? Figure it out your damn self, you know? And I don't like that mentality when we have so many people in high places that just don't care to pass it along. So, I try to pull it out of people and get whatever's the most, the best information available. That's the stuff that's gonna keep us going. You know what I mean? And just bring this state up. But without any further ado, we're gonna get out of here. And I'll just say this in leaving: watch this.